Good morning, it's Jan from Twink Stamping. I'm an independent UK demonstrator and I'm firstly going to apologise that I'm a couple of days late. I normally post my videos on a Wednesday evening. I'm afraid I just had so much going on this week that I just didn't have time to get it loaded up or even made, if I'm perfectly honest. I didn't make the video or film the video. I did the card at the beginning of the week with all good intentions of getting it filmed and videoed, but I've been on doing a course this week and I've had trouble trying to fit it in with my time. So anyway, I apologise. So we'll move on, and this is the card we're going to be making today. It's a 10th fold card, and I have used the Ombre, So Ombre papers from the Sale-A-Bration promotion, and I've also used the Touch of Ink stamp set, again from the Sale-A-Bration. Now, Sale-A-Bration, for those people who don't know about the promotion, is when you spend £45 or should I say, for every £45 you spend in the annual or the January to June mini catalogue, you're entitled to choose a product from the Sale-A-Bration catalogue. And these are just a couple of the things that you can get for free. And one is the Touch of Ink, and I have used the butterfly and the flower and the saying. So you can get a whole card from this one stamp set. And these are the So Ombre papers. You get 48 sheets of this paper. You've got different colours sides, which is quite unusual for Stampin' Up. Generally they would do the colour, and then on the reverse you would have, say, the dots or whatever they are, the bubbles on the reverse. But this time you've got ombre on both sides. You've got several colours. They go for pinks, purples, blues. Absolutely gorgeous. I will be making plenty of use of this stack of papers. I think they're great. I'm not a one for getting messy. I do get messy occasionally, but if I want a quick card, I want the look of grey. I can't think of the word. Going from dark to light, gradient. Anyway, yeah, those So Ombre papers, fantastic. I've also, if you can see here, I have also run my paper through my, there you go, touches of the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. So you can just see it there. And of course I have glittered around the edges of my card, which I always do. And rather than colour my flower in, because I didn't know what colour to colour it in, because I like to stay with the same sort of colours, I've just used the Wink of Stella. And on the butterfly, of course, we've used the Bermuda Bay Dark Blender pen on that. And that is it, really. These gems are not blue gems. They are the normal rhinestones that you can purchase, the basic rhinestone jewels. And all I've done is use my blender pen to colour them in. Fabulous, isn't it? Absolutely fabulous. So everything matches, everything ties in. So we're going to crack on now, because I've got another part of my course to do today and I need to get this done. So you're going to cut your card blank, which is from an A4 sheet. You will put into your cutter with your short side at the top, and you will cut down at 10.5 centimetres. You will then turn your cardstock and you will score at 14.8 centimetres, and that will be your card base. You will then cut yourself a piece of the Ombre DSP, and that measures 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. Now I'm going to quickly run this through my embossing folder. Do like an embossing folder. Oops, just gives a little bit of texture to your card. And I like to experiment with it. As you saw last week, I used the with the gold flakes. I also run it through an embossing folder, and what a difference it made. So I'm just going to pop this in here, and then I'm going to go across to my Big Shot and die cutting machine and do this. So I won't keep you a moment. I'm sorry if I'm jigging you up and down. 2 minutes. So try not to do it viciously. There we go. All done. All the chairs are in the way. Okay, dodgems. Right. I won't bother putting that back in its packet because we've got time. Okay, so that is now embossed. Looks fabulous, doesn't it? At this stage, I'm not going to put my glitter all over it. I'm just going to pop that to one side. Now we are going to stamp our butterfly and our speak, Jan, speak. Butterfly and flower. I'm going to have to cut, sacrilege, I'm going to have to cut a full piece of whisper white to do this because I don't have, I've been using a lot of my scraps on different things just lately. Just make sure I've got enough. Yes, I've been using my scraps on a lot of things lately, and I seem to have loads of thin strips left, but nothing substantial enough to stamp things on. So, okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to use the, I've got this one stuck on there, that's it. I've mounted them onto my blocks already. We are going to be using the Versamark, the clear Versamark, because remember we are using the gilded leafing embellishment, the flakes. So we're going to need this and our heat and stick powder. So if I quickly do these, actually I don't need the leaves, don't need the leaves at all. Let's take that one off, otherwise we'll use up some gilding flakes that we don't want to use. Always scared when I'm pulling them off that I'm going to rip it, but I know I won't. It's hanging over the edge, there we go. They stick lovely, don't they, to the blocks. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that there. See that? So then we are going to fetch our flakes over. Ooh, got to be so careful with these. In fact, I'm just going to move them a minute because I've got to use the heat gun in a minute. And knowing my luck, I'll land up blowing them all over my studio. So I'm using the heat and stick powder onto my embossed. Okay, that's that. Just pop that back in my jar. Keep forever. That's why these pots last forever, because you use, you know, the bare minimum when you're embossing. Really good value for money, I think. Embossing powder and heat and stick powder. Right, now we're going to heat this up. Now, if you remember from last video, you don't want to burn it. I'm just heating my hot gun up. Get it the right temperature so that we can make it nice and quick. So you don't want to heat this up too much. As soon as you start to see it to go, move on. don't burn it. Not burn in traditional sense where it's going to catch fire. Okay, that looks like it's got all the powder. Try and keep it away from me flakes. I'm going to just cut that bit off now, so that I can work with it more manageably. Ooh. Bring this in very carefully. Aren't they gorgeous, these flakes? My goodness. Heaven. Oh, I don't seem to have caught that. No. I've got the butterfly. I've obviously not put enough. This is what happens. If you don't put enough Versamark on, this is what happens. So, never mind. Doesn't matter. Not the end of the world. Just scooch that off first. I've got my butterfly, which is the most important. In a minute. Look at it flying around. Okay, so we've got that. It's just typical really, because I'm on a schedule. Never mind. Okay, let's do it again. Let's put some more Versamark ink onto my flower. That's a lesson learnt, Jan. I maybe didn't push it down enough, I don't know. Okay, well that looks pretty much covered. I'm just going to go over here now and do my heat and stick, because I moved it over to here and there's no point in me moving it back again. So, you see, done it there. Turn my heat gun. Now, hopefully, that's done. Get it in the pot. I can see it shimmering, so I know that it's cool this time. See, it wasn't that much effort, was it? It just meant I had to redo it. Doesn't matter. The good thing with these is that you don't get too messy. Some flakes that I've used before, you know, you can get pretty messy with them, but doing it this way with the heat and stick especially, and also the method I used on the last video using double-sided tape, they seem to be the least messy ways of doing this. Okay, that's done. Now I am going to take this out of my way because we don't want it everywhere. Okay. Now the next step, I am going to use the light. I've got a feeling I used the dark Bermuda Bay because I wanted to colour the stone, the rhinestone. So I'm going to use light Bermuda Bay on my butterfly. If it's not dark enough, no, see, that is perfect. I don't want it any darker than that. So I'm just going to colour this in. Glides on beautifully. These blender pens are an absolute delight to work with. Absolute delight. You can purchase all different colours in the range of blender pens from my online shop. Details are all down below. Is it nice quick job? Oh, I do love these pens. So they just glide Takes no time at all to colour things in using these pens. Done. Okay, with the white one, we're just going to use the Wink of Stella. It changes, it just tints the Whisper White. I am using Whisper White. I don't have any of the new basic white as yet. I still have a good stock of Whisper White card. So as soon as I can, I will order some. Looking fab. Looking absolutely fabulous. Love me Wink of Stella. As you well know, ladies. As you well know. So just quickly flick over this with me Wink of Stella. Because butterflies have to sparkle, don't they? And if you don't want them to sparkle, you don't have to. There we go. Great stuff. We're going great guns, aren't we? So let's cut him out. That's wasted. He's not too difficult to cut out, this one. The only tricky bit is around his little feet. In fact, I'm going to start over here. No, I'll carry on. Because it'll be better to handle with the little feet if I've got more card to hold on to. And we don't want to chop his feet off. But if we do, doesn't matter, we can start again. No big deal. It is just a piece of card. Somebody has always told me, can't remember where it came from, but someone always started with it's only a piece of card. And now I say it to people. Getting quite chilly. A bit chillier today than it was yesterday. I'm so sorry. I think I've been out of shot on some of this cutting out. I do apologise. Such a bad habit. Quite pleased it's Friday. I know my husband's looking forward to the weekend. He's going to put my... I purchased a bird table, bird feeding station. I think I told you before. For Christmas. I purchased one for myself for Christmas from a voucher that I was given. And then one of my dearest friends also bought me a table feeder. Very coincidentally, two arrived at once. The two arrived at once. I thought, hey, they've made a mistake here. They've sent me an extra one. Whoopee. But they hadn't. My dear friend Carol had purchased one for me for Christmas because she knows I love to watch the birds. Because the weather's been pretty lousy. I haven't had time to put it up. So I'm waiting for hubby this weekend, who's promised me that he's going to put it up for me. And I'm going to have it directly outside my craft window in my studio, or one of them. And then I'll have the other one outside my craft room indoors, which is lovely. Then I get the benefit from all of them. I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm just cutting around the flower now. I do hope I'm in shot. Just need to quickly check, yeah. So once this is done, this is the best part of the card done. It's just the finishing touches. Not quite sure what flower this one is. It's a nice little stamp set, this one, the Touch of Ink. because it's got your birds, your butterflies and your flowers. I mean, what more could you want? The fact that you can ink it up, and then it's like it's two-step stamping, this one and this one, and no colouring required, and that makes it even better. I will show you how to do that, but not today. I should be doing some fun folds, I think, next week. I fancy doing some more, maybe some little 3D projects or something. I haven't done them for a little while. Okay, that's that done. Let's pop that to one side. Now we are going to, you are going to need a strip of white card that is going to fit across here. It doesn't matter if it's got a little bit of an edge on it. That'll do lovely for me. That will obviously measure the size of your DSP, which was 10 centimetres, I believe, by, I think I've done it at a couple of centimetres, 2.5 centimetres wide. Okay, clean that off. And you're going to stamp. I've used Night of Navy because I like Night of Navy, and I also wanted to bring in the fact that I'd used the circle in Night of Navy instead of Bermuda Bay. So I thought stamping in the same colour would be a good idea. I'm going to stand up now. Let's pop this down out there. If it don't work, I shall turn it over. I'm going to pop it in the middle, or middle-ish. Not perfect, doesn't matter. That's fine. Absolutely fine by me, that one. And that will sit across there. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, now I need to get myself a circle of the blue and a circle of the Whisper White. So let's just grab the punches and some cardstock. One thing I didn't get out. So I have a piece of Whisper. See, I'd already started some. Maybe I did punch it, it's just not there, that's all. One of those, and one of, where's it gone? This one. One of these. Fantastic. Get those two out of the way. So we're going to adhere those together. First of all, I am going to do my usual, and I am going to glitter around the edge of my DSP. It's quite flimsy, so you can't just run along from top to bottom because it goes all baggy on you. I really, really, really must get myself a new one. Okay, let's see how that's come out. Pop it into my little magic pot. I find that the easiest way to do the edges. Some people use their spoons. Not me. I don't think they've even got my spoon in there. I don't know where that's gone. So that's done. Get that out of the way in case that goes everywhere. Okay, now we can start to assemble our card. I shall be using wet glue. You can use, obviously, you can use double-sided tape or whatever. You can use the glue runner, tape runner, sorry. But I prefer to use wet glue because I like a bit of wiggle room. Just to make sure got things on straight. Make sure you got your tent going the right way as well. That's better. That'll have to do. Okay, then I'm going to put these two together. I'm doing these all flat. The only thing I've put on dimensional is my butterfly, part and part. Not the whole of the butterfly is on dimensionals. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm pretty sure I didn't put that on dimensionals. No, I didn't. It's flat. So then you just choose where you would like to pop your circles. Of course, if you didn't want to use a circle, you could use your square or a rectangle. Just pop that down there. And again, some wet glue onto your flowers. Now I don't want it going, let's put it across there. I don't want it all the way down my stem, I don't think, or do I? Maybe I do. And flower. Just not right at the top, because that'll be hanging over. Ooh. It'll get all sticky now. And that kind of just sits however you want it there. Don't want to move it too much, otherwise I'll have glue coming through and don't like that. So now when you put your butterfly on, what I did was I popped a couple of dimensionals on his wings so that I could, actually just going to cut down a little bit on there. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Just going to pop some dimensionals on the back of him. Him or her, whatever. And then I am actually going to pop a little bit of glue on his body. It's funny how we call things him and her. Right, take the backs off, Jan. Oops. Take the backs off my sticky pads. Now I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of glue on the back of this one, just so that I can manoeuvre it if I have to. And then we just sort of pop him on here. I'm just sort of pinching. So it looks, gives it a bit more dimension. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to pop this one on the strip on the card at the bottom. I don't know if that sentence made sense then. I was thinking something else. That sits about there. Just see a little bit of twinkle either side there. You can have it up or down or wherever you wish. Let's have a look, see if I've got that fairly straight. Looks all right to me. It will do. Okay, almost complete. You just need a couple of gems, which I have here. And all I'm going to do is use my dark Bermuda Bay, and I am just going to, I'm going to use the other end. I'm going to use the other end. I'm just going to colour them in. Actually, I'm going to use that one and that one. I have got some blue gems, but I wanted to show you that you can do it like that, like this rather, because not everybody has got blue gems, have they? So any colour you wish. You know, if you've got a pack of the rhinestone basic jewels, you've got gemstones, whatever colour, because you can colour them in of your choice. Okay, and that's it. Very quick, simple card. As I say, I just wanted to show you using the free stamp sets. Absolutely, I thought they were gorgeous. But then I'm biased, aren't I? Look at the beautiful sparkles. Beautiful sparkles. Okay, thank you very much for stopping by today. I do appreciate everyone coming along. I'd appreciate your support too. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to see more of my videos or when I'm actually posting, if you press the little bell, you'll be notified when I next post. All the details of the products I've used are down below with links to the shop. My blog details, email address, everything else is down below. Yeah. Thank you for your support, and thank you for stopping by today. I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye now.